Every day hustling. Live from Studio B in the Annenberg School at USC, this is the Talk of Troy, where we talk a big game but have even bigger opinions. My name is Shaun and I'm here once again with my co-host,
Joshua Sacker. Shaun, it is great to be back in the studio with you. An incredible week of sports right now, an incredible weekend of sports coming up. But first and foremost, today is April 5th, so we have to give a huge... April 15th, sorry. April 15th, we have to give a huge shout-out. It is Jackie Robinson Day. Jackie Robinson, one of the biggest trailblazers in all of sports. He broke the color barrier back in 1947. He was the first African-American player to play in the MLB, and he just has led the way for so many incredible athletes down the road. So huge shout-out to Jackie Robinson. Unbelievable career, Rookie of the Year. He was a 6-time consecutive All-Star. He won the National League MVP in 1949. So unbelievable player, unbelievable sacrifice and bravery out of him. So just want to give a big shout out.
If you don't know that much about Jackie, go watch 42. It is an unbelievable movie and a great depiction. Like, you kind of learn everything there is to know about, like, that main story of him breaking the color barrier. It is so good, so well done.
And if you watch the MLB today, every single player on every single team 42. Is wearing the number 42 to commemorate.
And a Dodger. Have to shout it out to the Dodgers.
And a Dodger. But yeah, really quickly wanted to start off the show just giving a shout out to Jackie Robinson. Let's continue on moving to a little bit of a reflection of last weekend.
Yeah.
What a Masters! What a Masters it was, and what a Masters Sunday it was. What were your reactions?
I mean, that Sunday was unreal. The fact that we were like a couple shots away, a couple different outcomes from a seven-player playoff.
Oh my God!
Like, there were so many options, and unfortunately, it kind of ended in the most boring way it could have. I mean, that whole back nine. Once the first of the leaders kind of got to that back nine, and then all the way through to Rory's finish was just cinema. I mean, it was unbelievable. It was so close. You have the Scheffler comeback. Seeing Scheffler,
he just waits. Scotty,
it has like I need an interview. I need someone to ask him and him to admit to, like, he jokes around on Thursday and Friday, because he shot, what was it? He was 11 under on the weekend.
Yeah,
he was even. He was even Thursday, Friday, and then shot 11 under. Over the weekend.
He went 2 under.
It's unreal.
He shot 2 under on Thursday, and then 2 over on Friday, and we kind of were going into the weekend being like, where is Scotty Scheffler?
Well, what is going on?
Is he going to do it again? And then he shoots a 65 on Saturday, follows that up. And he got to 11 under. If that putt on 17,
oh my God, if
that falls
on
and
the rim.
Rory bogeys 18, we could be seeing a Scheffler Rory final. But I think it was just an unbelievable Sunday, just sitting there watching. Cam Young was in it. Justin Rose was in it. So many great guys. Haddon had an unreal back nine.
Haddon was unbelievable.
Russell Henley was unbelievable. Just
there
so many
guys
names.
making
And
pushes.
there was a point where you were looking at the odds and you're like, I really don't know who's gonna win this. Rose had a 2-shot lead at one point. Cam Young had a 2-shot lead at one point. Really quickly, I just want to ask you. You predicted Jon Rahm as the winner. So how'd that go for you?
That went terribly. I mean, that just went god awful. He had a brutal entire weekend. Somehow made the cut. Somehow snuck in to make the cut. Somehow snuck in at like 4 over to make the cut, and did absolutely nothing all weekend. So yeah, that was pretty brutal. Definitely lost some on that. Which kind of sucks.
By the way, not a flashy pick. Pick Scotty.
Listen. The guy goes out. He takes the favorite.
He finished second.
He takes the best golfer in the world. That's like plus 200.
You took the third favorite. It wasn't like you took a sleeper. You took Jon Rahm. He'd won the tournament before you. The third best odds. So
get out of here.
But there's one thing I have a bone to pick, kind of with social media and things going on right now. So there's a lot of speculation going on that Rory McIlroy had an unfair advantage. So there was a quote from him. There was a quote from him at the earlier in the round, and he said, I did a couple days where I dropped Poppy, his daughter, off at school and fly to Augusta, play around, and then fly back home to dinner. And he said he didn't really like the tournaments leading up to the Masters in Houston and San Antonio. And a lot of people are saying, well, if Rory got to play this course 4 or 5 times in the span of the last 3 weeks, like, he has an advantage. That is the most bogus thing I have ever heard in my life. I'm really quickly going to read you a list of players that are members of Augusta because they've won and have the ability. Scotty Scheffler, Jon Rahm, Hideki Matsuyama, Dustin Johnson, Patrick Reed, Sergio Garcia, Jordan Spieth, Adam Scott. I mean, like, if they wanted to, those players could have done the exact same thing. And for the people who hadn't won yet, win it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be able to play,
that right.
you could win it. Also, Michael Kim, who's on the PGA Tour, he brought up a good point. He said, if you find a host or a member, they can invite you and you can play. So there was a ton of opportunity
what
for
guy
people
in the
to
tour
play.
doesn't have a friend
I saw
that?
Stephen A. Smith on First Take, and I was about to lose my mind. He knows nothing about golf. And he was talking about how Rory had an unfair leg up on the field because he got to play a couple more rounds before the Masters. Like, that's bogus. Like, if you have an opportunity to take to your advantage, like, he wanted to get to know the course even better than he already knows it, and he won it. Like, that's his own. He has the right to do that. So I think it's just ridiculous that people even are coming up with this misconception that Rory had an unfair advantage because there was a plethora of other players that had the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I saw that, and the first thing I thought was like, if you're complaining, like, you just win it. Like, they've earned that. You know, it's not some pick out of a hat of who gets this right, of who gets to go play it. Like, it's a very concrete idea of what gives you that right, and it's just winning the Masters. Obviously, it's much easier said than done, but that's the right he's earned, you know? He's gotten to that point. And for someone that went how many years of struggling to win the Masters and that being the only thing kind of hanging over his head to finally get that, in that year, not even for practice, I'd want to go play it a couple times.
Yeah,
just
100%.
Like, he's been playing professional golf for 15 years trying to get to this moment. He kind of earned that, I feel like.
Yeah, totally agree. Quick trivia for you.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Masters, Rory got an absolute bag. I'm not sure if you know that. So, I'm trying to test your knowledge. I'll give you 2 strikes. Who are the top 5 in Masters earnings of all time?
Of all time? I mean, I got to go with more recent guys because they just are making way more for each win, like how much they're getting. I got to assume Rory's in there.
Rory McIlroy, number 1, $13 million.
Yeah. Tiger
slots in your number 4, $9 million.
Ooh, that already shows how recent of guys I have to take. Is Scotty in there?
Scotty Scheffler, number 2, $10.4 million.
God, he's 2? Okay.
He has a lot. Obviously, he won in 24 and 22.
Yeah.
But, like, he finishes, it feels like, top 5
every time. Every time. Okay.
Only in 7 starts, by the way, which is crazy.
That's insane. Is Rahm there?
No Jon Rahm. That's your first strike.
Okay. This is really tough because who's won multiple majors in the last?
No, not majors. It's just Masters.
Yeah. It's just Masters.
Yeah, just Masters.
Oh, it's just How is Rahm? Okay, Rahm's not there, so just Masters. Hideki?
No Hideki. I'll give you one more strike.
Oh God.
I'll give you a hint. The number 3 has won it 3 times, and the number 5 has never won it, but has been
won it 3
knocking on the door.
Times. Who's Phil?
Phil Mickelson at number 3, $9.5 million.
Wait, the other guy you said never won it, but what?
He's been around the top a ton.
Never won it, but been around the top a ton. Is it? It's not Justin Rose.
It is Justin Rose.
Oh my God.
At number 5, $7.7 million.
Wow.
This man has never won the event, and he's made.
Rose he did it again. He melted again. He melted again
at the end. I'd love to see Rosie win one, but still, I mean, to never win one and have $7.7 million
that's impressive.
in the bag is not a bad idea at all.
No, and I think the one stat from the weekend that I kind of wanted to bring up, and just kind of the oddity that is golf, and especially at this Masters tournament, is you see Rory's driving accuracy throughout the weekend, which is so terrible. And the fact that he could go out and still shoot that type of score and go on to win a tournament like this without being able to hit fairways is just nuts.
It's just Rory McIlroy golf.
When you hit the ball 330,
he puts you on a roller coaster every time. Even
time.
That 18th hole.
That 18th tee. Oh my god.
What are you doing? Like just
take the driver out of the bag on that.
That's a 3-wood.
Yeah,
it's a
hit
hybrid.
A 3-wood. Hit your 4-iron, whatever he plays, and get yourself in the fairway.
In the fairway, he's like needing to drive at 350, and he hooks right, puts himself in the most, and then obviously has the most just like unreal shot
most Rory thing I've ever
over
seen.
The trees. Like this guy can't make it easy.
No.
That's the difference between Rory and Scotty. Scotty is the most. I said it last week. Like he just stays at a 7.
Oh
like,
yeah.
He's not an emotional player. He just doesn't make mistakes. Rory, on the other hand, makes the biggest mistakes, but then makes the most
around the course.
Unbelievable comeback shots and holes of all time. But that's what makes it so interesting, and that's why I did not leave my seat all of Sunday.
Oh, not for a minute. I think I was on the couch from 11 until what? He made that putt at 4:30.
Yeah,
4:45. I did not move the entire day.
Did not move.
It's one of the best. It's really one of the best.
It is up there for sure.
And I think that takes us into our draft.
That's
of the
a good little segue.
And our draft this week is going to be the best days of the year. We're being specific of like what sports days are the best to just rot on the couch.
Yeah,
you're sitting there all day, nothing to do, sports on constantly. Which days are the best? We did a rock, paper, scissors before.
Just a dream day. Yeah, we did do a rock, paper, scissors.
So I was granted with the first pick.
Yep.
3-round draft. I'm going to start with the first NFL Sunday.
Okay.
I think it's the best. That first day. Oh, and I forgot to add in, we are having the booth start
we haven't
voting on who won.
We haven't been doing this in the past. I obviously would be up probably 3 or 4-0 at this point.
You wish.
But yeah, we're going to get some feedback now.
So my first pick, it's going to be the first NFL Sunday.
Okay.
I think that just has to be the best. You are waiting for it. I'm already waiting for it.
Yeah.
I'm already anxious. I'm already ready for it to come. That first day, you and all your friends, you sit down, not that every NFL Sunday I'm not on the couch for 6 hours,
but
there's nothing like that first one. It's just the best. So I had to take it first.
Yeah, I love that pick. Definitely on my board. For me, I'm gonna go with. So I have the first round of March Madness. Do I have to pick
I think you have to pick a round. I don't think you have to pick a day. I think Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going with Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
I remember when I was a little kid and my friends and I our dads would take us out of school. We'd go to Buffalo Wild Wings and just post up there for so long. And now that we're in college, it's awesome. It's a holiday. You're sitting down, you're watching. And I had this one close with Saturday, Sunday, and the reason why I have Thursday, Friday above it is because there's never any dull time. There's no lull time. There's always a game on, and there's usually 2 or 3 games on where you can be following a bunch at once. And this year was a little different in the past 2 years because of kind of the death of the Cinderella.
Sure,
there's not a lot of upsets.
On that day,
But like in the past, I remember sitting on the couch and seeing St. Peter's upset Kentucky, and then at the same time you have a buzzer beater Furman over Virginia. It was just absolute chaos, and I think it's just the best day of the year. So best 2 days. So I'm gonna go with that with my one. And then
you're the snake.
Yeah, the snake.
The snake. It turns back.
For me, at my 3, I had such an unbelievable experience on Sunday, so I'm throwing Masters Sunday.
Right. I don't hate it. I'm
throwing Masters Sunday at my 2. I just think, especially on a Masters like the one we just had, where it was so exhilarating for all of Sunday, and there was always something happening. Each shot being shown by CBS at the perfect time. So I think I was gonna have to go with Masters. Yeah, obviously it's better if it's close like it was this past weekend, but yeah, give me Masters at my 2 slot.
Okay, I like that. It was definitely on my list. I'm going to go first, and with my second, just take the opposite. I'm going to take the Saturday, Sunday. And it was actually the one that I preferred. I wanted to go with that Saturday, Sunday because, you're kind of losing those Cinderellas, but you get the better matchups.
Okay.
And those are the games where kind of in that opposite point to you where like there's no gaps, you actually get to watch every game or at least watch the majority of every game. There's not as much going on, which kind of goes back and forth, but it's just higher quality games. You're seeing closer teams play. So I'm gonna go with that. And then for my second one, I think I'm gonna go back to football. I'm gonna take January 1st bowl games in college football. I had it this year. I came back from a flight from Israel. So I was like, you get back, and all I want to do is sit on the couch. And I did the entire day. I did every single game from 9 a.m. until 9 or 10 p.m. on the West Coast. And it's unbelievable. I mean, it is such great just to sit down. You have the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, whatever bowl games are playing that day. Yeah. Now, especially with it being a playoff game, these are all playoff games that are just unbelievable. The games we've seen over the last couple of years have been unreal. And if you add in the 31st to that too, there's other games in the 31st. We had remember watching the Ohio State kick miss as the ball was dropping in New York. Just such unbelievable college football. And all on 1 or 2 days there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
And it's always winter break. You're always home from school. There's never anything to do. You're never having work. As a kid, that is the best.
Okay, so that was definitely on my list for my pick.
How's it going? That fucked up.
Yeah, especially with the playoff now, it just changes.
Oh my god,
a lot.
Playoff college football, so good.
Yeah. Okay, so with my I only have one more.
You have one more.
Oh man, that's so tough.
I would extend to another round. If you want to do one more, I do one more.
You know what? No. Let's just. I'm gonna finish it off here, and okay, I gotta get a little diverse. I'm gonna stray away from what I originally had at my number 4, and I'm gonna go to my 5 just because my number 4 had to do the college football as well, and want to give the voters a little bit of discrepancy.
Fair. I like it.
So for my last pick, I'm gonna go with, and this is specifically more like when I was a kid, but still great now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with NBA Christmas. And now the introduction of NFL is also on Christmas.
Yeah, there's an NFL game there, too.
There's 2 NFL games on Christmas, I'm pretty sure. Is there 1 or 2?
There might be 2.
Can we get in the booth?
Do we have a... It's 2?
It's 2. Okay, so you get 5.
Christmas?
Yes, I know NBA regular season isn't that riveting, but...
The peak of it.
Just the peak of
that one Cavs Warriors.
I'm on the couch. Cavs Warriors.
Yeah.
They're wearing the jersey shirts.
The jersey shirts. Oh my god.
All the top names in the sport. You wake up early at 12. You have a game like Knicks Bucks, but then it gets later, and you have, like you said, Warriors Cavs, and nowadays you always see the top players: Curry, LeBron, KD, all those guys, Luka, Jokic.
Okay.
So that was great, and then now the implementation of the 2 football games as well. So you're stacked. You have 7 games from both sports all day. So I love that day. So that's gonna round it out. So we have my squad is the first round of March Madness, Masters Sunday, and NBA Christmas and football in your team.
I have the first NFL Sunday, January 1st of college football, and then the round of 32, so Saturday, Sunday of the first weekend of March Madness. So now it's up to the booth to decide.
Let's go to the booth.
Do we have a consensus?
So we're gonna go one by one because it's supposedly really tight. But first off, I'm gonna go with Josh. I think the round of 64 gets it for me. Plus Masters Sunday. Those 2 combined, honestly, just get it for me.
Come on.
There you go. 1-0.
Come on.
I'm gonna go the opposite route. I'm gonna go Shaun here.
Come on.
I think the NFL is too good.
Yep.
And I feel like you don't sit down, and it's not a TV day on Christmas. So I really can't
like
give that my vote.
Okay. I'm Jewish, so maybe a little different.
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Bang!
Well.
Come on.
The round of 64. You have so much hope coming into the tournament. You have the perfect bracket, right? And then Masters Sunday.
That's actually a really good point.
Masters Sunday is incredible. It's unbeatable. So I'm going Josh.
Come on, Jude.
Yeah, I'm biased. I love the NFL, so I'm going Shaun. NFL Week 1. There's just nothing better than that feeling waking up on a Sunday, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. for the West Coast heads.
Yo.
And then with the college football playoffs, it's great. So we have Jaden, our board op, who is going to decide this tie.
Come on, Jaden.
For the first ever.
Oh boy, going in for the tiebreaker. This one fellow won me over with a specific round in the March Madness. And it's going to be Josh. It's round of 64. I have to say, it's not March Madness without the most mad round. That's round of 64.
Oh, my God. Unreal. The football has to win it. Come on. How is the football not winning it? Are we serious?
Just class.
I have the 2 best football days of the year. I have the 2 best football days of the year. He doesn't even have a divisional round.
What a draft. I mean, my team is obviously Thursday. First round of March Madness.
Unbelievable.
First round of March Madness. Just on the back. But Shaun, great draft. I mean, you took a couple of my picks. What I had on my board before I had obviously the New Year's games, especially with the college football. But I also do love the college football conference championship games. Those
that's
are
a great one too. Yeah.
All right, moving forward. So we just talked about kind of the best sporting events to rod at. Now let's kind of switch over to the best athletes to watch. For those who don't know or don't live in the area, the biggest music festival of the year has been last weekend and this upcoming weekend. Coachella. In Palm Springs, in the desert. I went my sophomore year. Unbelievable experience. So each day there's a headliner. So Shaun and I are going to break down our 3 combined dream headliners to see live in person, but it's athletes that we didn't get to watch during our time, during our generation. So Friday, we're starting off. Steroids or not, we want Barry Bonds.
Steroids were entertainment. I want to see that guy prime 2003 hitting absolute nukes.
Throw the steroids in. I mean, from 2001 to 2004, this guy hit 350 with 209 home runs.
It was a joke. Like, I need to see that.
40% of his plate appearances were either a walk or a home run. That is absurd. That is absurd. And if you watch highlights of him, I mean, he sent balls into the water.
The cove like nothing.
All the time.
Like nothing.
Purest swing ever.
The lefty too. So good.
Just he's most home runs.
I mean, what's this? He got intentionally walked to the bases loaded when they were up by 2. They'd rather be up by 1 with anyone else up than him. Like,
it's just silly stuff.
It was silly. A joke. And like, listen, I get the steroid argument. He should still be in the Hall of Fame. That's another argument.
If you take away, I completely agree with you. Yes, we do not condone cheating here.
Yeah, no, I'm totally 100%.
That being said, if you take away his stats with his steroids, he still has like 4 MVPs.
Yeah. He was unbelievable in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, unbelievable in Pittsburgh. Over 400 home runs. So Barry Bonds would be a great start to our sports cella.
All right, Saturday night. That's the main person. This is the headliner of all headliners. This is where they're putting the main guy. And although he's still not the GOAT, it has to be MJ.
Black Jesus.
It has to be MJ. I mean,
it's got to be.
Getting to see this guy live, he went 3-peat, sat off 2 years, 3-peat. He was the best player of the generation by a mile. He was averaging 35 a game, 37 a game, best scorer of all time, one of the most dominant players ever. Getting to see him in person, getting to see some of those NBA Finals games, some of those game-winning shots, a flu game in person, like that would be unbelievable.
Would be unbelievable. And you even hear in obviously The Last Dance and other documentaries how players talk about him. They literally were like, this guy was Black Jesus. Like you could not touch him. He was so dominant. He struck fear in all the opposing players' eyes, and he got to his spots, and he elevated his team, and there's a reason why he was 6-0 in the NBA Finals, and obviously there's still debate between him and LeBron, but I mean Jordan. I just remember hearing my dad talk about him, and he was like, he was just
nothing like
levels above the competition, and in an era right after Magic and Bird, where the NBA was kind of like. The ratings weren't super high. Jordan comes in, and not only in the States, he revolutionized the game of basketball worldwide. Obviously, the '92 Dream Team was led by him. So yeah, Jordan he takes that Saturday 100%. Headliner spot, and then Sunday we gotta go with Wayne Gretzky. I think in all of sports, he might be
a great one.
In his sport, the most undisputed
100%.
GOAT
He is
of all time. Just listen to this. You take away all of his goals, and he's still the leading point scorer in all of the NHL.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. He won the MVP like 8 out of 9 years with the Oilers.
He was just like the best player in like to a way crazier place than MJ was.
Yeah.
Like just dominating the league.
Far away.
I mean, you could go through the stat. Like literally, he's broken every stat ever.
Stat ever.
Unbelievable.
And it's crazy. Like when Ovechkin just recently passed his goals record, like that was such an accomplishment for Ovi, and he wasn't even
he
wasn't even touching his
no he's
points.
A passer.
Yeah,
he has 1,900 assists.
That's
1,900. Like here's another one. Gretzky's the only player in NHL history to ever have 200 points in a season, and he did it 4 times. No one else since then has ever done.
Yeah,
because also the craziest part is in every other sport, players keep like breaking stats and doing new things and like Shohei and Judge are winning back-to-back MVPs because they're just hitting 60 home runs every year. Like, no one's ever done these type of things.
Braun's breaking
no one's getting
all
close
these
to Gretzky's record.
Like
McDavid's getting nowhere close.
McDavid,
Crosby got nowhere close. They're not even touching these records.
Like some of this stuff, Gretzky is just untouchable. And I think as someone who's recently gotten into hockey, I think being able to see him live, watching hockey live is such a fun sport.
Totally.
And I think being able to watch him live would just be absolutely unbelievable. So that's our sports cello. Our 3 headliners.
Yeah, that's our weekend.
Yeah,
that'd be a great weekend. That'd be an unbelievable weekend.
That's a great weekend. All right, let's finish off with a little would you rather. Would you rather Wednesday? You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll hit you with it first. Okay. And this is some breadbasket inspiration.
Okay, love it.
And would you rather $1 million right now?
Okay.
Or $25 million, but we're going out tomorrow and you need to break 95. I think 95 is the number I'm going to put it at.
Okay.
You think that's a fair number?
No. Snap call $1 million.
Really?
Yeah.
So what if I put it at 100?
Bump that up.
What about 100? What if I put it at 100?
100? Okay. Then I start thinking a little bit.
Where are
we playing?
We're putting you at.
What are we playing? Like
we'll put you at Brookside, where we both played together.
Rose Bowl?
Yeah, we'll put you at Brookside. Good conditions. Like there's no wind or anything like that. You know, playing strict to the rules. Yeah, strict to the rules, 100.
Yeah.
25 mil. You're 25xing your money.
Yeah. That's the thing.
One good day.
That's the thing.
One good day.
It's
bogey golf.
It's the gamble.
Bogey golf.
It's the gamble.
And listen, you could play. You're playing it as smart as you want, right? So you don't have to hit driver off. Like you could play this to just break 100.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see that. It's bogey, double bogey golf. Like definitely in the range of capability, but I think I'm still going with the million.
What would the number have to be? 105.
105. I'm going out there and I'm really I'm saying it's gonna be my day and I'm gonna win this 25 million.
Yeah.
I just think I haven't played enough.
That's fair.
To get down to that, like I've had rounds where like I can definitely break. I've never broken 100. That's the reason. Like 105. 105's I've broken 105, but it has to be like my day. But like if I have the chance to 25 exit, like I'm gonna go out there.
Dude, that's
it's
a
gonna
big
be my day.
Yeah.
Like, that's big. 1 million to 25 million.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna explain to you guys. So 1 million is this, right? And people when they think it's then another number in the millions, they think it's like a little bit more on the scale.
Blowing it up.
No, it's like 25 million. Yeah. So that's just so I could do so many things with 25 million.
That'd change. That would. I mean, not that $1 million wouldn't, but 25 million.
I am broke. $1 million would definitely help me, but 25 million, yeah. I think what would you say?
The number?
What would you say is your number that you could like it's gonna be risky, but you can go out there and you're like
90.
I'm gonna 95?
95. 90's
90? Are you taking 90?
So 90, end of summer, I'm going to be saying yes. Like end of last summer, probably end of this summer, I would probably say yes at 90. Right now, I'd probably only say yes. And like I'm still not playing as consistently.
Yeah.
Like once I get to the end of summer and I've been playing 2 or 3 times a week for, 6, 7, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Then I'll definitely take under 90.
Okay. Yeah. I like it. I like it. We'll have to test it out sometime.
Yeah, we will.
All right. So my would you rather for you on the topic of Michael Jordan. Would you rather? It's kind of an age-old debate, but I thought we'd bring it to Talk of Troy. Have LeBron James's career longevity or Michael Jordan's perfect final record?
Ooh. Because there's so many other factors that brings it. Like playing for that long. I mean, winning 6 has got, like, if you're just talking about the career and, like, having the career, winning 6 and kind of just, like, getting out. I mean, not that it's exactly what he did. He went back to the Wizards and everything, but I think winning 6 as the player, like, in that career is probably a better feeling than just playing for that long. I don't know, breaking the records. Like, being LeBron and seeing yourself as, like, the number 1 scorer of all time.
Because when I say longevity, I think it, obviously... With that comes like you break the most overall.
Yeah, you
most
are LeBron.
games, most points. Like
that'd
it's
be
not.
sick.
It's not like you have.
No, I think that's actually cooler. I think that's way cooler. Getting to, like having 4 and getting to be like, I have the most points in the history of the NBA is worth it.
For me, it's gonna be LeBron. And when I think of the longevity, what's really crazy to me is like you are getting an assist and you're assisting your son. Like you're playing
Oh,
that
that's
long.
true. Playing with your kid
you're
gotta
playing
be the
that long,
best thing ever.
which is just unbelievable. But I mean, yeah, I see both sides. Like Jordan,
just winning.
There's
like
no,
that.
yeah, just at his peak,
just winning like that.
Like Jordan's got the greatest peak of all time.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, as like a winner, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, LeBron in 2018. Like, if we're really getting into
LeBron
that,
in 2018, I think is the best player of all time. But like that peak of 6 years, like,
tough. He went 6-0. He went 6-0.
It's a great question. That's all the time we have for Sacker and Spall. Tune in for more blocks coming up, and next week for more Sacker and Spall. We will see you guys. Good night.
And welcome back here in your B block on the Talk of Troy. I gotta say, Dash, this might be one of my favorite blocks that we've ever had together.
Yeah.
We have a lot of exciting stuff. I'm excited for it. But here in the A block, Shaun and Josh, they were talking a lot about basketball. So I want to start you off with that. We got some exciting matchups that just wrapped up and were even yesterday.
Yeah.
The play-in tournament's been a lot more exciting than in recent years.
Yeah.
It's been doing absolutely wonders. I personally love it so far. But what are your takes on it? What are your takes on the 2026 play-in?
Yeah, I honestly came in a bigger play-in fan than I think most. I have enjoyed the play-in throughout the years. I think it's a good implementation for the NBA. And then this year is just, as a play-in fan, this year has just made me feel so much stronger in my opinion because, that Hornets Heat game, that was incredible. Watching the Kobe White shot, the shot.
No, not the shot.
He's a Michael Jordan. But no, watching that game was incredible. I do think the Heat with Bam Adebayo probably win that game pretty handedly. That was an unfortunate turn of events there. But yeah, I think that game was really great. Sixers just took out the Magic. And we saw the Suns Blazers was a really good game as well last night. And right now we've Clippers Warriors going on.
I will say this West is so much weaker than the East in terms of play-in specifically.
Yeah, which is weird. Preseason we would have thought absolutely the opposite.
Oh yeah.
We would not have thought there'd be 10 winning teams out of this Eastern Conference. That's a little ridiculous. And
then you look on the West and the 37-45 Warriors have snuck in and have a chance to make the playoffs if they can take down the Clippers and if they can take down the Suns. It's an interesting matchup. I personally think the West just kind of is in a dry spell in terms of what the play-in can actually do. Because I think if the Suns or the Warriors get to play the Thunder, I think they're going to get kind of handed to them. And I think the Spurs are not even going to give up a game against the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
But on the East, I definitely think it's going to be a lot more fun. And we saw it in the play, and these teams are definitely evenly matched. And there's a lot of star power here on the floor.
Yeah, and I think the Hornets are the team that everyone in the NBA sort of grabbed onto. It's that young, fun roster, really offensive focused, not a lot of defense being played, but super fun. They've been great in the second half of this season, and no one expected them coming in and win 44 games this year, and so that's why I think the NBA has really grabbed onto them as sort of this like fun young team, and I want to talk about their chances against the Detroit Pistons because I believe
they have to make it there first.
They have a real chance, and yes, they will have to beat the Magic to get there, but I mean the Magic are awful right now. The Magic are atrocious right now.
Way to put it nicely.
They can't score the ball, and it's frustrating to watch the Magic play. I really hope, honestly, that they don't make the playoffs, just because it's hard to watch them play and enjoy it.
Yeah.
As opposed to this
you don't have to watch the Pistons.
Really
series.
Fun, this really fun Hornets team. And so, do you think they have a chance to beat the Pistons in the first round?
Oh yeah. I mean, I think the Hornets are kind of fun because we don't see it often, but I love when people say, oh, chemistry is probably like the biggest superpower a team can have. Being close, wanting like to go to war for each other is like one of the biggest things in sports. And I think these Hornets absolutely embody that. I mean, they went to Con Knippel's house.
Yeah. That was funny.
What other team is doing that?
Yeah.
These guys are absolutely a family in the first year for some of them being on the team. It's a young core who are energized, who love the game of basketball, who love each other, and who have absolutely all the talent in the world. So do I think the Hornets will make the playoffs? Yes. Do I think they can beat the Pistons? I think it's a little bit more tricky because I think the Pistons have proven it all year. But are they a regular season team?
I truly believe that this Pistons team is not built to win in the playoffs. The playoffs, we see this all the time. The playoffs don't allow for guys to be on the floor and not be able to shoot threes, especially at the smaller positions, right? The Thunder came in that first year where they really arrived and really struggled in the postseason, in big part because teams weren't guarding Josh Giddey at the 3-point line, and that allowed them to clog the lanes and really play some stronger defense against the Thunder. And so what did they do? They traded Josh Giddey to the Bulls for Caruso, right? Added some more defense and a guy who, you couldn't necessarily leave wide open from three. And I think the Pistons are going to run into this issue. They play lineups where they have Ron Holland, Amen Thompson, Jalen Duren all on the floor. You cannot have three guys that are an absolute non-factor from deep on the floor in the playoffs. It's not going to work. It's going to lead to double and even triple teams on Cade, and the offense will come to a standstill. Yes, this is a great defensive roster, but you cannot have multiple guards and wings on the floor who can't shoot. And the guys who can shoot for the Pistons, for the most part, outside of guys like, Tobias Harris and Cade Cunningham, are 3-point specialists. And they struggle defensively, right? And so then you're losing the strength of your team because you're replacing your great defenders who have contributed to this, league best defense all year, and you have to replace them with very far below average shooter or below average defenders just to add some floor spacing.
Yeah, I agree. I think the playoffs, obviously, I think I've seen it time and time again. It's going to expose your biggest weakness. Mm-hmm. And when your biggest weakness is shooting, I think that's probably the worst weakness you can have.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't know. It's hard to argue against a 16-22 team. I think you saw it all year. They couldn't shoot all year. It's not like that's changing once they get into the playoffs. So it's kind of looking at what was their recipe for success. And honestly, I love the Hornets. As much as I love the Hornets, I don't think it's going to be enough against the Pistons. But I do think for all these reasons that we've been talking about, not being able to shoot, not being that team that is going to have the best lineup out on the floor, I think that's going to hurt the Pistons in the second round. If they can even get to the third round, it's definitely going to hurt them then.
Yeah, and I personally,
maybe
I have some bias.
Yeah,
but I really do personally believe that the Cleveland Cavaliers would smoke the Pistons in a 4-game series. We saw the matchups late in the year when the Cavs played with one starter and lost in overtime, and then they get only one more starter back in Donovan Mitchell, right? And they're playing now two starters, and then they beat the Pistons. The Pistons just don't match up well against the Cavs, and honestly, I don't think they match up super well against the Hornets either, because the Hornets can shoot the leather off the ball. Like, they can come out and get hot. And if they are hot for 4 games out of the series, they win those 4 games. The Pistons can't keep up. And yes, they might not get hot, and that's fine. But like for the 8 seed to really even have a solid chance at beating the Pistons, that's where you need to worry. And that's why I think this is not a true 1 seed Pistons. This is, in my opinion, the 4th best team in the East.
I think we saw it last night. The Hornets, 2 for 22 from your 2 best shooters is absolutely not the game you want to see. Mm-hmm. So do I think that carries over into the first round? Maybe, maybe not. But I think if anyone is going to be able to get them uncomfortable, get them in positions to be able to shoot that low of a percentage, I think it's going to be the Pistons. I think they have good spacing. I think they're athletic. And I think their defense is so smothering that it's going to be difficult. But as you said, threes are greater than twos. And when the Pistons aren't going to be able to score and are not going to be able to shoot the ball really at all, I think the Hornets are your best shot.
Yeah, and as you said, yes, their stars struggled mightily last night. From the 3-point line, at least, LaMelo and Khan could not hit a 3. But what's really encouraging is watching Brandon Miller and watching Miles Bridges and watching the rest of the guys figure it out. And Kobe White, all of them. I think Kobe White had 5 threes. I think Brandon Miller had 5, and then I think Miles Bridges had 4.
Yeah.
All on high percentages. So they really picked up the slack, and that's the thing when you have a roster that all the dudes can shoot. That's where. That's when the damage comes for the Pistons.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to touch on this very briefly. I do not want to spend a lot of time on this because I'm absolutely cherry picking this and I don't believe it's a true possibility.
Yeah.
But I see a world where MVP Joel Embiid is able to come back against just the non-apparent bigs that the Celtics have. And I see a world where they can take a game or 2, maybe 3.
I really like where your head's at. I really like where your head's at. I know we have someone in the booth who doesn't.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are you talking about centers? We got Vooch.
Yeah, so the non-apparent centers.
So he is proving our point at the minute.
What do you mean? What point?
Vooch is possibly the worst defensive center in the league right now.
Whoa.
He's been doing okay with us, and also we've got Kada.
So we're just not
It's one of 5 Celtics in the past 20 years to get to 100 blocks in the regular season.
Yeah, because they need him to play all the minutes. Because who else in that big rotation is going to come help? Is Luka Garza going to come help?
By the way, sorry, defensive-wise, let's not forget, Derek White is the best guard when it comes to blocking. All right, let's just let's relax on this.
Is that going to help?
Defense-wise,
is that going to help?
we are solid. Okay.
Is that going to help guard Joel Embiid?
What'd you say?
Is Derek White going to help guard Joel Embiid?
No. No, dude.
That's what I thought.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying we're losing in a 7-game series?
No, I'm saying there's a world where I could see them giving you a run for your money.
Yeah, I agree.
Giving us
that's a world where Joel Embiid looks good.
So we beat them every time we match up against them in the regular season. Joel Embiid said himself, it isn't a rivalry. They beat us every time.
Could be different.
He said it himself, guys.
Playoffs is a different breed.
He said that about the playoffs. He said that about the playoffs because we match up with him so much.
I think there's a world, and we're going to have to see.
Oh, God.
We're going to have to see.
Wow. All right,
so we're going to move on from basketball. He obviously did not like that. I will agree. I think the Celtics got this one. I don't see the Sixers winning, but there is a world.
No, I think they steal a couple games. I think it goes to 6.
I think
it goes to 6.
But
I could see it going to 6. I'm not unbiased. But if you're saying they're going to win it outright, that's ridiculous. No, okay, all right. That's just making sure.
The Hornets obviously have a better chance of beating the Pistons.
Yeah.
Than the Sixers on the Celtics.
All right.
Yes.
So now one of my favorite points that we've done in any block here.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of a quiz for you. I want to test.
I got one for you as well.
I want to test your creative eye a little bit.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna try to pull this up soon. I got you with the color codes of a different team in pretty much every major sport. This is the first one you're seeing now. It's a current MLB team.
Okay.
No funny business. Should be very straightforward. You got orange, you got blue, you got white.
Is this in order of primary to tertiary?
I would say yes, it is. Okay. I would say yes, it is.
Because I immediately go to 2 teams. I go to the Astros and I go to the Tigers.
Okay.
And if this was flipped, if this was blue, orange, white, then I think I'd have to guess the Tigers. But since we go orange first, I'm going to take the Astros.
We are 1 for 1. That's
Okay.
impressive. This is
Okay.
not one of the ones that I thought was going to be an easy pickings for you.
Okay.
But you worked through that well.
All right. There we go.
All
1
right.
for 1. I'll take it. Now it's your turn.
My turn.
We
Love
have
it.
some player career arcs.
Oh, God. What?
And we're going to start with NFL player. And this one, let's see if this clicks right away. This is an easier one.
So, okay, wait. I'm going to just go through my thought process.
Yeah.
It's an active player, definitely.
Yes, active player.
Okay. I'm going to hope. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Does that celebration picture have anything to do with this player?
He's probably done it. I mean,
because right now that celebration is just bringing me an entirely different way from my thought process.
I honestly would ignore the celebration. I don't think this is an iconic picture of this player.
I'm gonna. Is it Leonard Williams?
It is not. That is the player silhouette.
Oh.
It's just not.
Is it a quarterback then?
It is a quarterback.
All right, my second option was Geno Smith.
That is Geno Smith.
Got it.
That is Geno Smith. So, second guess, I think that's pretty good.
We'll take it.
I think that's pretty good. You didn't need any extra hints other than active player. So
yeah, okay, that's not that bad. All right.
Okay.
This was your layup. Yeah.
This is the Jaguars.
Yes, it is. Very easy, very straightforward.
This slide right here just brings me back to Blake Bortles.
I'm thinking Saxonville.
This absolutely gives me Blake Bortles. Just an absolute. I mean, Blake Bortles is like the Tom Brady of what? The Mitch Trubisky's? Is
Blake Bortles? No, he's not a Mitch Trubisky.
I don't think that's a bad shout.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it as much as I thought I initially did. I like that. I love the Saxonville Jaguars.
Yeah,
they were tough.
That was a fun team. I really wanted that year where they made a deep run to the NFC or AFC Championship.
I will say,
I wanted that.
Out of all the hosts that I've talked to so far, you were the only one who's 2 for 2.
Okay, I'll take that.
No one has gotten the Astros first shot.
Okay.
So, all right, we'll move on. 2 for 2 for Dash.
All right. Now you.
Oh, okay, I got this.
This one
clicked.
easy.
This one clicked easily.
There's a hint in the top right corner if it didn't.
Oh, I
click
didn't even see that. I didn't even see that.
But yeah, this should be very easy.
Notre Dame. Honestly, I don't know why that clicked to me more than the Giants and the Seahawks, but this is strong safety Julian Love.
That is Julian Love.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
Honestly, I really thought that was coming for Geno and not for Julian Love. But this one's, I guess, more Giants.
Was Geno Notre Dame?
No.
I didn't think
I'm just
so.
saying, I'm surprised that one clicked for you before Geno
I
did,
don't know why it did. Honestly, gears turning. I felt that, I saw the safety, it just felt very Julian Love to me. I also loved him as a Giant.
Yeah.
He was one of my favorites.
I mean, he's definitely more of a Giant than Geno was, obviously.
And definitely.
You'll pick up on it as we go, but every single one of these players has played for your favorite team at some point.
Oh, so it's going to make me look worse.
Yeah.
Love that. All right. Moving on. Your third team. This is a basketball team. I tried to make it a little bit harder. There's a lot it could be.
Yeah, I mean, I immediately go Bulls.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Is that your guess?
That's my guess.
That is not the Bulls. I like that you had a guess off the bat, though.
That's just immediately to me, that's the Bulls.
A lot of people guess that. The biggest thing that I could say is just that red does not look Bulls.
It's not quite right.
And I will say the red that is does not feel right to me with the actual team.
Oh, this is the Blazers, huh?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
However, I took this straight from the Blazers website.
No,
this is the color code.
Now that I see it, it's definitely more Blazers than Bulls.
Yeah.
I guess the Bulls are just, iconic, and the Blazers, unfortunately,
are not. Yeah. So I will say, we're going to count that. That's not bad. A second guess. Didn't take you a lot of hints at all, actually.
Yeah. No, I mean,
we're doing
it
well.
Makes sense. It's easier, it's easy when they just have one real primary color. This could only be a few teams because a lot of teams have that secondary color that's not just black and white. Now I'm seeing it. Now I see the Blazers.
All right. This is where I'm not. What?
This one is a non-active player.
A non-active player.
He was a Knick.
Ooh. Is this? No, it's not Marbury. Is this Jamal Crawford?
No. You want a hint?
Yes, please.
This was an active coach until this season.
That's just not going to help me in the slightest.
This was an NBA head coach.
What?
Until the middle of this season.
He got fired this season.
He did.
I'm trying to really think.
This is a very notable firing because, I mean, he did some ridiculous things.
Like, no. I'm trying to think of Nuggets to Knicks, and it's just not clicking right now.
I would go less that route and more the route that he was under investigation by the FBI.
Oh my God! Is this like the poker scam? Or not like? Mm-hmm. Wait, why does this? Oh my God! Why do I not know this? Oh my! I'm gonna feel so stupid when you have to tell me.
You are gonna feel dumb after this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it. I don't think. I feel like I should know this.
This is one of the better Pistons and one of the better Clippers of all time. Hall of Famer. Dude. And also FBI watch list member. This is Chauncey Billups.
Yeah. Okay.
Former head coach.
I could have got that.
The Blazers. But yes, that was
I will
Chauncey
say
Billups.
that entire 1 through 4 teams 1 through 4 was just not going to help me.
No, honestly, that doesn't like. To be completely honest, had no idea Chauncey played for that many teams.
I did not either.
I honestly did not.
Like, I think if you gave me teams 5 through 9, I would have had a better shot.
Yeah, I think 5 through 9 alone helps. Yeah. Helps a lot more.
See, okay, this next one, it's either going to click for you in an instant or you're not going to get it.
I mean, I have an immediate answer, but the way we were talking about it before makes me think that this is too niche. Because you said it's not super. It seems
well, what's your guess?
My immediate guess is Coastal Carolina.
So that's just not even close. They're teal.
I'm sorry.
That's just not even close.
Is that not? I swear
that is not Coastal Carolina.
My other one is like Tulane.
Jude also gets Tulane. This is not Tulane. So now we got to go a little bit deeper in the bag.
Okay, now I might need conference.
Okay. I won't give you a conference. I'll give you this as a Power 4 school.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is this just Michigan State?
It is. Yeah.
That is not the green. I thought like that looks bluish green to me. That's
like maybe it's from just like the board, but I mean,
yeah,
just a simple green and white pattern.
See, like in my eyes, that was like a bluish green, like a more green, but a little bit of blue in there.
Coastal Carolina, wow,
straight green. Here, I'll see if I can get Coastal Carolina's up.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think that's too far off of their teal.
Okay. No, I see where you're coming from, but I don't.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, I thought that was blue green. It was just green.
Listen, we're still doing pretty well.
Okay.
We're doing okay. Moving on.
This is a tough one.
Okay. By the way, quick thing. Allison in the chat thinks that you're colorblind.
That I'm colorblind.
Allison has a point. Thanks, Allison.
Awesome.
Appreciate
that's
it.
super helpful, Allison.
Which Allison, by the way?
Is that spelled with one L or two L's?
Allison Tucker.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a fair question.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Jake and I both have girlfriends named Allison. Fun fact.
So I feel like it was a fair question.
The more you know.
Yeah. Seriously.
You know. Okay.
I'm going to go a different one. I feel like you want me to think this is like a part of like the 4 Villanova guys, and I know it's not.
Okay.
I'm confident.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
I think that was sort of the goal was to get you to think the Nova Knicks.
Well, I'm trying to think. No one on them has been on the Knicks twice.
Mm-hmm.
Is he currently on the Knicks?
I believe he's recently retired.
Okay.
I don't believe he's.
When was the? Can you tell me the last time he's played for the Knicks?
Yeah, let me.
Because that would help a lot.
I believe it was early 2020s, but let me double check.
Oh, so this was that team. Okay, wait.
This was 2022-23.
Okay. Here's what I'm getting.
Actually, there is.
Wait.
Let's see.
I have a guess.
This was 23-24.
Okay, I have a guess. Is this guy like a very like role player-esque bench player who just shot the ball?
Yes, I think so.
I don't know his name. I know he's like the stereotypical white boy, and I know his name is Ryan.
Yes.
That is all. Yes. I don't know his last
name is Arcidiacono.
Okay.
Ryan
there
Arcidiacono.
We go. Okay.
Yeah, he prototypical white boy off the bench.
Yeah.
Can spark it a little bit, handle the ball, take care of it.
I don't know why, but Villanova and going back to the Knicks twice helped me.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That was the one I didn't think you were
Really?
going to get. Yeah.
Okay. Your last team, a little bit of color code. Hopefully you can get it this time.
Oh.
This one's going to be fun. I mean,
This is a team.
this is an old team.
Colors.
Yeah.
Because if that was black, I'm thinking Miami Vice.
Okay.
But it's not.
I mean, you never know. Could be a little stripe in there.
No.
I mean, I could have picked, like, for the Jaguars, I picked their, like, tongue. I mean, you never know what I could pick. Or I picked their, like, eye.
I'm trying to think, like...
If it
This
helps.
This isn't... No. The Jazz were never blue and pink, were they? No.
Struggling a little bit.
I'm struggling. Trying to think.
They're in the Western Conference.
I can't get past Miami Vice.
They're a Western Conference team.
Western
I feel like I
Conference
need it.
team.
You needed that.
Oh, this is this the old Spurs?
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say you were gonna be so confident to not know this.
I forgot about the old Spurs
Yeah.
colors.
All right, good.
Yeah.
You did well. I'm very impressed.
I'll take it. I really thought that was not plain green. I really thought that was blue green. But
Last one. Let's do it. All right.
This is baseball.
What the heck?
He played for
What
your
in
Mets.
the world?
And you can kind of tell by the silhouette.
He's a pitcher.
He's a
I'm
pitcher.
assuming relief at this point. What in the who? Can't be Ryan Helsley. Can't be. When? Literally what?
I believe he was a Met in 2020. But don't quote me on that.
COVID
honestly.
year. So he was here. He was with us for a year. You said.
Let's see. He was with you for one singular year. It was 2020.
Was he a starter or a reliever?
He is a current player. He was a little bit of both.
God,
mostly
that does
reliever.
not help me.
He did not start many
Michael
games.
Wacha.
Yes. Yes, it is Michael
What?
Wacha.
That was a guess and a half.
Wow.
Let's go.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed. I would say with your last two, with getting Arcidiacono and Michael Wacha,
I feel
you
like I did
absolutely
well.
made up for the Chauncey Billups.
Thank you. All right, so we're gonna move on to our weekly segment. We got a draft coming on.
Yes.
We're gonna have to run through this a little bit quicker than usual, but we got NBA mascots.
Yes, we do.
So we got the team name is gonna be the guy we're going with. I had the first pick last time, and I had the honor of winning. Not sorry. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a 1-1, but I'm gonna go with just something that's just gonna be very safe. At my 4, just give me a rocket.
Okay. I had them at some point in my draft.
Yeah, like
I have some backups, so that's all right.
Okay. I just think like a fast giant like spark.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it.
At my 1, I just need a little bit of magic. Maybe not.
Damn it.
Maybe not the Orlando Magic though.
Damn it.
Give me the Washington Wizards.
Oh.
I would like a wizard at my point guard.
That was my pick.
We got Luka Magic, we got Magic Johnson, but
pick.
it really takes a wizard to work some magic at the 1.
Very good pick.
And now I have another pick. Here's where it gets tough. I think for me at the 4, what do you think of when you hear the word king in basketball?
A horrible basketball team.
No. You think of LeBron Ramon James. And that's why the Sacramento Kings are my 4, because it's just LeBron. That's just simply LeBron.
Are you getting LeBron, or are you getting I'm picturing a medieval 5'4" king.
We can leave that up to the booth to decide, but I believe that give me the Kings, that's just LeBron, the king.
I don't think
basketball.
you get LeBron James. I don't think it's the Sacramento LeBron Jameses, but okay.
I think I do. So we'll leave that up to interpretation.
Okay.
It's all you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to recover from what I just watched. I'm gonna take at my 3, just on any given night, he's just gonna be absolute. Actually, I'm gonna take him at my 2. He's going to be hot from any spot. He has all hot zones. If you look at him, you're low-key just going to get blinded. I'm going to take the Suns.
Okay.
I feel like if I just get a giant, like, sun, I feel like we can take that.
Yeah. All right.
Other than that, I think I need something who's going to be a little bit fast, a little bit quick. Maybe you're not gonna see it. A little bit kind of like the speed of sound. I'm gonna take the Thunder at my 1.
Okay. I don't hate it. I'm gonna go here with my 2, something similar to yours, right? You got the Sun at your 2. I'm taking a guy packing straight heat, literally. That's
so
all. That's all he
player.
has. It's just packing straight heat at the 2. It's the Miami Heat.
We just got the same player.
And then I'm gonna go at my 3. You know, I really like the super quick, super fast, high flyers in the league. Give me the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks at my 3. And it's back to you.
Yes, it is. I'm really kind of struggling with like a 5. Let me look up what this even is. Like, I don't even know, like, ooh, I kind of like that. I'm going to take a 6-man. I'm going to take a Timberwolf.
Okay.
I feel like that's a little bit feisty, a little bit. I kind of like that.
Okay.
And then at my 3, I'm going to go a little bit. I mean, time out. Like, how much? Like, no, at my 3, I'm going to take a Raptor.
Okay. Yeah. I don't hate it. They're not as big as you would be led to believe.
But they're definitely not small. That's why I was like thinking of nice 5. Or like,
I am gonna go to my 5, and I'm gonna take a Grizzly.
Yeah.
I just want just a guy to go maul someone down there. That's just the Grizzlies. It's basically Zach Randolph if you think about it. He's my 5 at this point. And then to round out the lineup, you know, who do you want coming off your bench? You want a guy who's going to come out there and battle every single night. The guys like the Patrick Beverleys, just these spark plugs. They're absolute warriors. I'll take the Warriors at my 6-man.
I need a 6. I'm really struggling on what I can get for a 6.
You have a 6-man, isn't it?
Or no, or a center. I mean,
a center.
That's kind of what I'm struggling with at the moment. Like, how big is a Pelican?
Well, you're on a time clock here.
I know I'm on a time clock
coming down.
I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna be a little bit crafty here. I'm gonna take the Orlando Magic and just like, I'm picturing like a you know, like the Mickey, like the Wizardry show.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he could just kind of shapeshift because he's magic.
This feels like a stretch.
He can just grow himself. We're on a time crunch here. I really did not have a center backup.
Your center absolutely should have been the Bull.
Did you not pick the Bull?
No.
So that would
but
be. That would
let's
be the
just
better
recap for the booth real quick. I had.
We got it.
You got it written down. Okay, cool. We're ready. We're ready for the vote then.
All right. I hate to say it, but it's a clean sweep for Dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my loss here. I'm gonna take the 3-2.
I needed that to get back on the board. I'm still down 3-2 at this point.
Yep.
Absolutely needed that to get back on the board. I appreciate you guys in the booth. We'll be back next week with another win for Dash to tie it all back up. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys on the B Block today. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Good night, everyone.
live from Studio B in the Annenberg School at USC. This is the Talk of Troy, where we talk a big game but have even bigger opinions. I'm here with
Zane.
We're back, baby. Woo! We are back. We've never been more back.
We have not.
Well, you know what? I'll say that I'm really back. You know, I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here.
But my friend here has been through some tough times recently. So I'm just gonna toss the rock over to him, and tell them your story, man.
Unfortunately, on Thursday at 12:18 p.m., my beautiful 2025 Jeep Wrangler was stolen from the Downey parking structure here at USC. They broke the window. They hot-wired the car, and it is gone, never to be seen again, which was unfortunate. But for the past week, I've been doing some research. I'm trying to find who stole my car.
It's a little investigative work.
I've compiled a list of suspects.
Okay.
And we're going to put them on the screen right here.
Yeah, throw them on there.
Let's
see.
So who stole Zane's car? As you can see, there's
Wait, is top right the remain?
So that's the broken glass. Yeah. So the top two are my broken glass, and then that's my car.
Okay.
Right there. That is now gone. But let's go to the first suspect, shall we? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me hear. So what are we thinking here?
So I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander stole my car because he knew that the cops would let him get away with anything because the refs let him get away with anything. And he knows that I've been talking a lot of negativity about him.
This is true.
And he's like, I want to take Zane's car away from him. And so that's what he did.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right. I hear you on that.
Is that a good suspect? I mean, I think there's a great possibility for it.
There's a possibility just in terms of, I mean, how long has this been going on? How long has your car been stolen?
It's been stolen for about a week now.
About a week, okay.
Yeah.
So would you say the cops are on the case, or?
No, I'm the one that's on the case.
You're the one that's on the case.
The
just walked in.
The cops are a little behind on the case, for sure.
Really? Okay. All right. I hear you. All right. Let's hear the next suspect.
So the next one, we've got a lot of people. We've got
a lot of baseball players here.
We've got practically the entire 2017 Astros.
Okay.
Because
we got Alex Bregman, former Red Sox.
If they're willing to steal a World Series ring, they're willing to steal my car as well.
That is interesting.
And so I've got George Springer on there, Carlos Correa, Alex Bregman, and Jose Altuve. But it could be Brian McCann. Could be Evan Gattis. Don't know. But those are just like my main suspects.
I hear you. Okay, all right.
So that's
I hear you there.
there.
You know, a little shady background.
Yeah.
In terms of former
steal
cheating scandals.
Willing to steal signs.
Yeah.
They're willing to steal my car.
Interesting.
But there's none that I'm more confident in than this
let's
last suspect. Brandon Pajemski.
Wow.
So, you might be asking, why Brandon Pajemski? Ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
You got to let me tell this full story.
Let's hear it.
Car got stolen Thursday. What did Pajemski do on Friday?
He dropped 30. Wow.
That's enough evidence as it is. My car was rumored to be giving you superpowers. And I think it all aligns. And Brandon Pajemski stole my car, then dropped 30 points. The math adds up. It has to be Brandon Pajemski.
But I want to build your case even more. Guess what happened on Thursday? Lakers Warriors. And I don't know if they were here.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I think we've got our suspect here.
I think Brandon
dropping 30. There's something going on there. There's something fishy.
Brandon Pajemski stole my car, and I am so confident about it. But it also could be SGA, could be the 2017 Astros. But if anyone knows where my car is, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah,
I miss my baby.
Contact us at say your phone number now, and okay, all right. Please don't. But no, I mean, I think we found our suspect here. Yeah, Brandon.
Suspect
Pajemski.
in the Zane Great Car.
Now, how are they doing right now in the current bout against?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Clippers are up by 6 points. 8:51 left in the third quarter. It is 68-62.
This is gonna be quite.
You know what?
interesting.
If this will confirm it. If Pods leads the Warriors to win this game, he officially stole my car. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Cal, you can't leave yet, by the way. Because I got something to say. Yeah, I think you may be right. But you know what? So I think we've got our suspect.
That's going to stop me?
What you say?
You heard me.
Oh, okay. A lot of chirping going on back there. No, but you're gonna hear what I'm about to say. All right. Zane, I think we've got our suspect here, Brendan. But Brandon,
Pods.
We'll just go with Pods. But I want to bring your attention to the state of the NBA right now. Okay. The National Basketball Association, we're heading to the playoffs.
Yes.
And, we're going to give you all what you want. We're going to give you all the bracket, breakdown. But before we do, I do have to talk about something that happened just before the playoffs. If I could hear my theme music quickly. Just quickly. Okay. Kyle, this is why I wanted you to stay. Yeah, baby! Let's go! It's playoff time! And there's no one I'd rather be than a Celtics fan! The white and the green are ready! Jason Tatum is back. JT, come in. JT, come in. JT, come. Yeah. And I want you to... you know what? This is how good we are. The Magic played their starters against us. We beat them with our bench players. Luke Garza, 27. Ron Harper Jr., 27. Baylor Shireman, 30. Are you serious? My God. LeBron said he'd like to see a Lakers-Celtics finals this year. I'm telling him he doesn't want to see the Celtics. Because we might just, we might just, win. We might just mess around and win the whole thing. All right?
Worst team in the worst color.
What'd you say? Worst team in the worst color?
Garbage.
Yeah, how about 18 rings?
Don't make me say it.
How about 18 rings?
Don't make me say it.
How about,
Don't make me say it.
Won all those rings before the Jim Crow. You're welcome.
Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Kyle.
Hey,
Thank you, Kyle.
Hey, you still count your rings. When you really mean it?
Was still a thing.
Minneapolis Lakers. All right, you weren't even here. Shouldn't count them.
Lakers, still an organization.
No, not at the same location. See, he's gonna run. But Zane, seriously though, that Magic win.
Yeesh.
You're
celebrating a win over the Magic,
dude. It was only our bench players.
Doesn't matter. That's like
doesn't matter.
That's like celebrating beating on a team that's completely injured. Like it just doesn't matter. It's a fake win.
That's insane. First
Not
of all.
really.
Second of all, I think this is a perfect segue into figuring out who we've got. So I'll go first here because I think you probably already have a hint at what my bracket is going to look like. You can go second.
Surprising.
Let's see. Jude, throw it up there on the big screen. It's in the slideshow. So this is my bracket. All right.
Oh! I like
any shockers here?
I like
any
what I see
here?
on that side.
All right. Hold on. We've got the Lakers. All right, that's the first biggest shock. We know that the Thunder are probably going to get out of their first game. I've got the Lakers beating the Rockets in a 7-game series. Okay?
You think Luka comes back? Is that
not in the first round? But I think he comes back for the second round.
You just really think that LeBron himself can beat the Rockets?
I think I just have a feeling.
I like it.
I just have a feeling. We got the Timberwolves over the Nuggets. I know that might be shocking.
I'm a little perplexed.
But I do think that when it comes down to it, I like the Timberwolves here. I like Anthony Edwards, feeling it in the playoffs. I mean, he's a force.
Yeah.
Come playoff time. I got the Spurs over Trailblazers. I don't
know if I'd say obviously.
If Wemby's healthy, yes. That's easy. We got, this may be shocking to some, Hornets over the Pistons. I think the Hornets are going to win this next game, knock on wood. And I think they're beating the Pistons in a 7-game series. But I think the Pistons are young. Also, I'll have you know, like, if you were watching the Hornets games, my God, they got heated with the Pistons.
Well, also, like, with how they've been playing lately. The Hornets are on a roll. That game last night was incredible.
They're just young guys out there balling.
Fascinating.
We got the Cavs over the Raptors. If Dash was still here, I bet he'd be pretty happy about that. We got the Knicks over the Hawks. Celtics over, Philadelphia. Then we've got, Thunder over the Lakers. I think that's fair.
That's fair.
I think that's completely fair. Because, the Thunder are, they're really good right now. The Spurs over the Timberwolves. All right, fair. We've got the Cavs over, the Hornets, which I think are going to, and the Celtics over the Knicks. I think the Celtics-Knicks is going to go to 7 games. Celtics over the Cavs. I honestly think that's only going to 6. Call me brash. Thunder over the Spurs. Got that in 7 games. And I got the Celtics. Your Boston Celtics. My Boston Celtics winning the whole thing. Let's see what you got.
All right. My bracket is kind of crazy. Take a peek. Take some breathers. Take a look at it. And now I'm going to explain everything. What is your first thought? What catches your eye?
I see some things I like, and then I see some things that I am a little baffled by.
Like what? What are you baffled by? The Celtics?
Mainly the Nuggets, and yes, the Celtics.
Really? The Nuggets?
Bested by the
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
Let me explain my Nuggets pick. By the way,
sure.
I'm a Lakers fan.
You made me well aware.
I hate the Denver Nuggets.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Nikola Jokic.
Yep.
I think now, after the Luka injury has taken its course, I think Nikola Jokic might be the most valuable player in this league.
He's one guy.
No.
He is one.
Hold up. Let me talk.
One guy.
Let me talk. Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon is going to be healthy in the series, which defense and blocking has been some of the biggest issues with the Nuggets throughout the regular season. And so when you put it together, I got the Thunder over whoever they play. Doesn't matter. They'll win. And then I got the Lakers over the Rockets. And that might be a little bit of a biased pick. Actually, it's definitely a bit of a biased pick.
Hey, listen, the Celtics fan picked it.
Hey, 2018. LeBron! He's coming back in full form and fashion. He's going to carry the Lakers past the Rockets. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if he carries us to the whole thing. But I had to tone it down a little bit. I had us losing to the Thunder. And then we got the Nuggets over the Timberwolves. I just think the Timberwolves have struggled at the end of the season. Ant's knee injury kind of bothers me a little bit. And then Spurs over Blazers, I could see that going into like a 6-game series. It'll be a good one. And then I got the Nuggets over the Spurs just because of playoff experience, man. Jokic and the boys have been through it. Wemby hasn't.
That's actually, I didn't consider that.
Thank you.
That's an interesting point.
And that's why I got to take I really like the Spurs. It's not me hating on the Spurs. I just got the Nuggets over them. Mm-hmm. And then Thunder over the Lakers. I feel like that's kind of obvious unless Luka and Reeves comes back. But even then, I don't even know if that's possible.
Coming right off injury?
Yeah, no. Yeah. And then Nuggets over the Thunder. I just like the Thunder irritate me. I can't see the Thunder in the NBA Finals.
But we got to be realistic.
I'm being
realistic. The Nuggets
realistic.
have Nikola Jokic, and
Nikola Jokic might be the best player in basketball.
I mean, he probably is, but I'm trying to think beyond Nikola.
So Jokic. We've got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon.
Right, okay, fair.
Cam
but they
Johnson,
aren't they aren't the Thunder.
No, but you know what? It's the playoffs. Anything can happen. Now let's go to the East. Let's go to the East.
Yeah, let's talk about the East.
Dude. I got the Charlotte Hornets over the Pistons. This is in honor of my good friend Edward Zhang. Mm-hmm. He's a big Hornets glazer, and I'm just going to join the glaze with him. I think Con can have, even though he struggled.
I have a Hornets fan friend too.
Yeah?
Charlie Coles. Shout out. He's not watching, but, there you go.
And so I got the Hornets. And then we got the Cavs versus the Raptors. I think the Cavs are literally going to sweep the Raptors.
Wow.
Sweep them.
Clean sweep?
Clean sweep. Not even close.
Wow. Okay, continue.
The Knicks over the Hawks. I like the Hawks. I really do. And I think the Knicks are a fraudulent 3 seed. I don't like the Knicks at all. But it's just going to be tough for the Hawks to beat the Knicks in a 7-game series. That's my only concern. I'd take the Hawks otherwise. And then I got the Celtics over whoever they play. Oh, it's going to be the Sixers. I mean, it's not even a rivalry, as Joel Embiid said.
There you go. Thank you. That's as a Lakers fan. Thank you.
Celtics over the Knicks. Once again, Knicks I think are fraudulent, so that's not even going to be that concerning. Then I'm going to take the Cavs over the Hornets. Dash will love to hear that. And then in the conference finals, I got the Cavs over the Celtics.
Ridiculous.
Not ridiculous.
All right.
And then I got the Nuggets over the Cavs in the championship to win it all.
I'm sorry. The craziest pick here is the Cavaliers.
It's absolutely
over the
not.
Boston Celtics.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Absolutely not.
Please.
Think about it. Donovan Mitchell.
I had
Donovan Mitchell. James Harden. Evan Mobley.
No, we're saying
Jared
James
Allen.
Harden like he's this X factor.
He is. What are you talking about?
He is a known, first of all, known playoff choker. Second of all, he's out of his prime by a 1,000.
Doesn't
and
matter.
he's your set. You say Donovan Mitchell,
Doesn't
fair.
Doesn't matter.
James Harden next.
Here's the thing. The Celtics are going to have to shoot the ball well because they're not going to be able to.
We're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the league.
Hold up. Let me finish talking.
Okay, please.
Let me
hear it.
They have to shoot the ball well because they're not going to be able to do anything in the paint on Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. And they have to play some really outstanding defense to stop the Harden pick and roll game, to stop Donovan Mitchell. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Well, okay, multiple things. First of all, one of the best defensive teams in the league, statistically.
Statistically, whatever. You still
All
got
right.
it.
So that's we're just gonna start with that. Second of all, you named two. What? You just named two centers as a problem in the paint.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, Kata.
Kata ain't doing
Kata's
nothing
having
on
a
Jared Allen.
stellar year.
Yeah, I'm not saying he isn't,
Plus,
but he's not doing anything on Jared Allen.
also, I mean, when you look at the game, how much is it just pass into the center and just? First of all, that's not how we run our offense.
I know. I'm just putting it out there.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, and Vooch, they've been ragging on Vooch. He stretches the floor.
If he's healthy.
If he's healthy going into these playoffs.
I know, but there's always a concern that he just came off of an injury. You never know.
I'm just putting
it out there. I'm trying to open your eyes a little bit past your bias perspective.
past the. You know what? I don't see a world. I don't. Now, do you have the Nuggets going? How long do you have them going with the Cavs? Like how many games?
I think it could be a 6-game series.
6-game series.
Yeah. Because Jokic is gonna be able to do some wonders.
Yeah.
And
I
so
think
is
that would
Murray.
be a 5-game series.
I don't know about that. I think the Cavs stand a chance.
But like again, they got Donovan Mitchell, James Harden. I'm not seeing the James Harden.
I am. Hey, you know what? There's no one I want to see win a ring more than James Harden.
There's no one you want to see ring a. Wow.
Besides LeBron.
But okay, LeBron's already got a ring. First
I want him to get 5.
Second of all,
I want him to get 5. LeBron James.
Second of all, Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson?
You'd rather see James Harden win a ring over Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson.
Oh, wait, I'm tripping.
Russell
oh my God, Russell
Wilson?
Westbrook.
Wilson?
Russell Westbrook. Whoa. Sorry about that. Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook.
Whoa. Hey. Not too
Sorry.
much. That's a family man right there.
I
No,
know.
but dude, I can think of plenty I'd rather see over James Harden.
Well, I just like James Harden.
But we're speaking because James Harden said a lot of, I am the system.
He said a lot of diabolical things.
Said a lot of diabolical things. I'll
There's
let
a
you
few-
introduce this next talking point for our viewers here, and the theme of the NBA.
Yeah, the theme of the NBA. So,
Yeah.
what's our favorite thing that you see when you go on Instagram? You see some beautiful quote graphics.
I love seeing Jason Tatum post about Deuce. I love seeing. I don't know. I love seeing the USC Trojan. No, but in all reality, I think the quote graphics.
Are great.
Are great.
Quote graphics are great, and there are some that are a little crazy, some that are diabolical, some that are funny.
Yep.
And we've compiled some of our worst NBA quote graphics.
Or best. I mean, like
or
best.
best, worst, but
best, worst. It's kind of all how you put it in perspective.
Let's go to my first one. That brother needs help.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
Yusuf Nurkic on Draymond Green. I forget the context of it, but you could say anything about Draymond Green. He does need help.
This is true.
He needs help in a lot of aspects in his life.
Yeah.
Like stomping on Sabonis' chest.
That would be good.
Punching Jordan Poole in the face.
Yeah.
Just a few things, but that brother needs help. That's a valid one.
That's definitely a respectable quote here. Let's go to mine at 2. I think, when it comes to NBA quotes,
that's a good one.
This is up there. I mean, you throw this in the group chat, after either, a setback, you fail a test, right? Whatever, this is basically, no offense to Vince Carter. He had a great career, but, he was washed at this point. 22nd season.
But you know what? He had one more in him.
He did have one more in him. How many points did he average? We won't talk about that. But
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. He had one more in him. And I think this is one of the greatest NBA quotes of all time.
Yeah.
Let's hear your two, though. Let's see it.
This one's iconic. This one's iconic.
That's very good.
What happened to the game I love?
Dang.
I mean, it's just like, it's such a relatable one. You could like send it to your boys when you're talking about some girl. It's like, man, what happened to the game I love?
Yeah, game's gone.
When you're talking about like, things that happen, like you're just nostalgic about something. What happened to the game I love?
I do like this
it's
one.
relatable.
It is relatable. It's very applicable.
Yeah.
And like I could hear, Mark Jackson saying this,
Mama, there goes that man.
Exactly, that kind of thing. I could hear him saying this. I think that's part of what makes this quote so great. But I'll move on to my two. And to be fair,
this is a great
I kind of stole it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I think we just picked the same one.
We just picked the same one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
this is a great one. I mean, truly, one of the most blasphemous things ever said, maybe in history.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking through, historically, and like I genuinely can't think.
It's pretty bad.
You had the last 5 years. The next 5 years are mine. Saying this to Stephen Curry.
He did win the play-in game, though.
By the way, also just checking the date, 2019, Steph Curry would go on to win another finals.
And Pat Beverly is no longer in the league.
But he did win the play-in game. He did win the play-in game. So.
You can tell everybody. You can tell everybody.
Go ahead.
Jude wanted me to stop singing. I know everybody loves to hear my beautiful voice.
I do.
On here. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, I think we need a duet at one point.
Hey, maybe next time.
We'll get some harmonies going. But truly, I mean, just blasphemous. Saying this, I mean, but you think about his mindset. What even compels you to say this? Like, you had the last fight. Like, are you gonna just magically become this insane scorer?
I mean, maybe no.
Like Patrick Beverley was never known for scoring. So like, how are you gonna say the next 5 years are mine? Wow.
Don't know.
Just
crazy stuff.
There. But let's see your final one.
This next one's crazy. This next one's a little crazy. Yeah. Okay. Tonight feels like I lost my virginity.
I mean, wow.
Wow.
Just
Rudy Gobert's not known for his 3-point shooting.
No.
He made his first career 3-pointer. I guess it felt like that.
I mean, you got to think English is his second language.
Yeah.
So like,
it could be taken out of context.
I mean, I don't think it is. And what other context is there for tonight?
The French language is the language of love.
This is true.
This is true. That is true.
Wow. Anything else you want to say on this one? I mean,
not really. I'm just gonna.
I mean, it kind of speaks for itself.
That's just my number one. You don't need to really go into detail on that.
No, I mean, listen.
The detail is in the words.
I mean, obviously, being able to do this is, pretty euphoric, I'm sure, but just, quite the way to describe it.
For sure.
But I'm gonna go to my final one. What I think is the best NBA quote of all time. It's a classic. It's a great one. It's Jared Allen on playoff struggles. The lights were brighter than expected.
For sure.
I mean, truly, the amount of times I've used this quote. Amount of times I've used just the lights were brighter than expected.
Just endless.
And the fact that an NBA player said this, like himself, I mean, you just know he's going to get clowned on NBA Twitter. You just know it.
But like, it's a very good quote, though. Like
it is.
Like it fits the moment of what the Cavs were in at the time.
I know.
It fits for anything. Like when you're just trying to do something. Like the lights were brighter than expected.
You know what? And truly, it can. You can use it in a lot of places. Here.
Yeah. There's a lot of different contexts.
Hey, I have a question because these are honestly all great. They've been in the group chat. We've seen these.
Mm-hmm.
Most recently, which one out of these, and it could be either of your guys. You don't have to say the ones that you said. Have you most recently used, and what is the context?
Ooh, that's a great one. That's a good question.
I got this one. Lights were brighter than expected, man.
You've used it in the GC?
I've used it in the GC, man. Sometimes when you're on a heater with the bets and I thought I was good. I placed a big bet and the lights were brighter than expected.
Well, you know what? You probably have won more bets than me because I've won a total of bets in my
But how many have you lost?
Not a ton.
Okay,
I don't bet a lot.
So then that's not bad.
I'm not a betting man.
I don't bet that much either.
I actually, in my the quote that I've used, in this context, actually wasn't on the slideshow. It was oh my God, disrespectful. It was a quote. I'm gonna bring it up right now. It was a quote by by Dwight Howard. It was on making the NBA anniversary 75th team. And to be fair, it's quite simple.
Yeah.
But using that in the GC, I can't remember the context. I think I was probably just getting flamed for something dumb I said. Maybe a hot sports take. That could also be true. And then
that seems like a common occurrence.
I was just getting flamed. And so I dropped that in there. It got a couple, reactions, and it was a little bit of a reaction farm, which, felt nice for sure. But, thanks for that question, Jude. That was good. Have you used any of these, Jude? Any at all?
Yeah, no. Lights were too bright, obviously.
Yeah. Classic.
That's a classic.
Yep.
Looking at these other ones, I got one more in me. It's got to be. That's got to just be number
that's
one.
A good one.
There are so many contexts you could just use that for.
Yeah. I was also
Jaden and I were talking, or Jaden actually brought this one up, and I thought the Shaq. That's
awesome.
I was unfamiliar with your game. That's also
that's a good one.
there.
But another inside the NBA, there's the post that it just says we need to have a conversation.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
That's a good one.
Or the Carmelo Anthony. I'm actually just seeing this, and this is nothing new.
Great one. That's a good one. That's like kind of like an aura wrist there, saying this is nothing.
Yeah.
But then one more that I thought of is that Charles Barkley was like quoted saying, "I will effing kill you," and that's just like a post someone made. It was just Charles Barkley like looking into the camera, and it's just, "I will effing kill you."
Yeah.
So there's
cool stuff.
Just great
quotes.
Great quotes.
You know what else is great?
What else?
Coachella. Never
Coachella?
been. I haven't been either.
I'm broke. So,
But singers perform at the Coachella Music Festival.
This is true.
And if we had to pick some musicians or singers or whatever, rappers, whatever, to be on our basketball team, we're going to do a quick draft since we're low on time.
Yeah, low on time.
I got the 1-1. I know who I'm taking.
Who?
I'm taking J. Cole, the man who played in the Chinese Basketball Association.
Fair enough.
It's hard to go against him.
I can't hold you on that one.
Yeah.
J. Cole, one of the all-time greats, Cole World. He's probably my favorite rapper of all time. But we're doing a strength draft here.
Yeah.
What position is he going in?
I'm gonna put him at my 1. He's gonna be
okay. He's gonna be at the 1. You know what? I got. This is gonna be an interesting thing. So Quavo from the Migos, a very, very popular rap group. In an NBA like celebrity game, he's had 27 points and 9 boards.
That's pretty good.
Sits at 5'10", and to be fair, there's actually not. In doing the research, there's not a lot of tall artists.
Yeah.
In general, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and put Quavo at my 3. I'm gonna put him at my 3. Again, he's 5'10". He's kind of on the smaller side, but 27 points and 9 boards. I mean, you got to give it to the guy. He's putting up numbers. Let me hear it.
I get your pick. Yeah, you get.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what?
You get back to back, bro.
I'm gonna go second here, and I'm gonna go with Roddy Ricch.
Really?
At the 1. Now, this may seem like an awkward pick here. But I just want to remind you guys about a music video he shot, The Box. In The Box, which I'm sure is not edited, there is a clip of him doing a dunk from the free throw line. Mind you, he is 5'8". But if he has the athleticism to get a dunk off from the free throw line, which, again, not edited, by the way, that was completely real. If you've seen the clip online, you'll know. But that's who I've got at my 1.
Man, that's so, dude. I gotta
small, shifty, that kind of thing.
I gotta go with the man who headlined Coachella, Bieberchella, bro. I'm going with the Biebs.
Where's he going?
I'm gonna put him at my 2. He's gonna be at my 2. Yeah.
I mean, because he is like he's on the shorter side.
I can see both of them, J. Cole and Bieber, running the backcourt really well.
All right, I hear you there.
And then, man, I mean, this is just too easy, man. For my power forward, I'm going with Chris Brown.
See, he was on my list.
He's a really good basketball player. He might not be the greatest person, but when it comes to basketball, you're not you're putting together a team of good basketball players.
That's what I'm looking at.
That's what I'm looking at.
He was on my list. but I think there's someone you missed here.
Okay.
Because there's not a lot of tall artists. I'll say it again.
No.
LA's own Snoop D-O-double-G.
Yeah.
Known mostly for his football, expertise. But he sits at a very athletic 6'10", 6'4". And if you've seen some clips of him running routes on the football team back in the day, it's clear.
He's got some
not
moves.
only is he tall, but he's also very athletic. And so I think he could be a very valuable contribution to this team. But then I've got to pick out my 4. And at my 4, I'm going to go with 21 Savage, sitting at a calm 6 feet tall. He is, if you've watched any of his clips online, he's definitely a baller. He's definitely a hooper. His hooping style is described as unflashy, but calculated. And that's, I'd love to see that out of my 4 on the court. Let me hear what you got.
Okay,
round us out.
This one's gonna be kind of a controversial take, I feel like.
Oh, sure. Let me hear it.
It's kind of a wild card take.
Okay.
I'm going with Benson Boone.
Benson Boone.
When you want to talk about
hold on. That's not a ridiculous
When you want to talk about athleticism, there's nobody that beats him. He backflips every concert, and it feels like he has unlimited energy. I don't care if he's good at basketball. I don't care if he's bad. If he can play some good defense, that's all I need out of my 3.
There you go.
And that's what I'm going to take. Now, this is tough. Because
you still need a 5.
I need a 5, and nobody's really that tall.
No one's jumping out to you.
No, I'm gonna go with Bad Bunny.
Bad
Bunny.
He's
5'11". I'm gonna take that height and just hope that he can do something.
Half a foot shorter than Snoop.
I'm just gonna take it. You know what? I don't have that many options.
Thought you might have gone with Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, you know what? He's not even on my board.
Dang.
I think I got a really good team here with J. Cole, Bieber, Chris Brown, Benson Boone, and Bad Bunny.
I disagree with you here. We got the last pick. I'm gonna round us out. I got NLE Choppa at my at the 2 spot. He's been a standout at celebrity games such as Big 3, BTX events. He stands at 6'1". And he's got, he's described as he's not afraid to attack the rim. And apparently some of his transition scores are genuinely poster worthy. So just to round us out here, could you go through your starting 5?
Yeah, so I got J. Cole at the 1, Justin Bieber at the 2, Benson Boone at the 3, Chris Brown at the 4, and Bad Bunny at the 5.
All right, and for me, I've got Roddy Ricch at the 1. I've got I've got Quavo at the 2. I've got 21 Savage at the 3. I've got NLE Choppa at the 4. And at my 5, I'm rounding us out with Snoop D-O-double-G, Trojan fan. Now, what do we think here, guys? Who looks better on paper? What you heard, reminder, Quavo has 27 points and 9 boards.
I think we're going Frank. It's a
come on.
Sweep.
Come on.
Some notable artists that were left off that could have been used for either of you. First one, Blueface. He's a tall.
That's a great point.
That
I didn't think of Blueface.
I mean,
Second
that
of
would have been
all,
a good center.
I don't know how y'all feel about this, but there's actually 2 other guys. Jello, he was one of the best basketball players.
Oh, that's a great point. Oh my God.
I don't know why I didn't think about that.
This one would probably be cheating. But Miles Bridges, RTB.
You could do Damian.
Also true.
You could do Damian Lillard too.
You could do Damian Lillard
or Lonzo.
I didn't want to trend into that.
See, that's right, and that's
but
I appreciate
that's
Jello
good.
is very much so.
And Jello,
because he didn't play in the NBA, so that counts.
No. But it does count, yeah. And well, to be fair, I didn't want to run into a similar fiasco where I'm taking Great White at my 4. We had in our last draft. But anyway, I take the W this week in terms of drafts.
Okay.
Please, everybody, say a prayer.
Yeah.
For his car.
Please.
His Jeep. Do you have a name for your Jeep?
I didn't. Just my baby.
Just your baby?
It was just my baby.
Guys, he lost his baby.
I lost my baby.
Say a prayer for our boy here. But that's going to round us out. This has been
Zane Woods
and Frank Pierce. We'll see you next week. Peace out. Fight on.
Fight on.